the decision of the Committee on Rules, but we intend to defend it within the month of August.
This is a resurrected bill, hindi ba? Paulit-ulit
Well,
na to, di ba?
maraming mga bago, maraming natanggal, maraming dinagdag, but it's more or less a resurrected bill na nabawasan na nabawasan just so it will be passed, just so na merong mangyari sa atin.
May nag-back out?
Initially, this was more than 48. Of the 48, I would respect the congressman, but I know of 4 who has decided to withdraw their signatures.
Who are they?
I believe siguro sila na lang ang magsalita. I mean, people would ultimately know.
I'm sure the church would like to know para they can be supported.
Well, they would probably be more updated than us.
Okay. Congresswoman Chato, you're described as pro-life. That's correct, no? What does that mean? So that's anti-abortion, anti-contraceptives. Ganun po ba yun?
Well, I'm against the reproductive health bill because I don't think that's going to be the solution to the poverty issue. I don't think that saying that reproductive health that they're introducing is really going to be the solution to population growth, no? In the first place, I don't think we should stop population from growing.
Oh, okay. Dapat magparami
Well,
pa tayo.
Kulang na tayo ng doctors. Kulang na tayo ng mga karpintero, mga ano, ang daming hinihingi sa atin. Pero hindi natin masupply. Kulang tayo ng mga teachers. But this is it. No. The reason why I'm against the reproductive health bill, because by the provision itself, it runs contrary to reproduction. When you talk about reproductive health, it means encouraging fertility, because the natural state of a woman is to be fertile. But this one makes it that you have to stop yung fertility through contraception. So that by itself is what the church is saying is immoral. It's not health. It is unhealth. And then besides, if you have read there's this encyclical by Pope John Paul VI.
Pope Paul VI, yeah.
No, Pope Paul VI, not Pope John Paul. It's Pope Paul VI, the Humanae Vitae. He warned us already about contraception. And one of the results of this, he says, would be governments will now force population control, no? Will use population control programs or population planning programs in order to coerce people to adopt contraception. And it's happening now.
Okay. You think people are being coerced? I mean,
yes.
Are you saying that most women, most Filipino women want to be in a constant state of fertility? Most women want to be constantly getting pregnant and giving birth? No,
it's not really constantly giving birth, no. When you talk about fertility, there is a natural rhythm in life. Don't tell me that every night you will be having sex. Don't tell me that you cannot plan it with your spouse. But what has been happening is that with contraception, even younger people are trying sex out. But what is the real purpose of sex? Is it pleasure? Has anyone even inquired, why are people having sex at an early age? What is the real purpose of sex?
So you're saying this bill, if passed, would only promote what, promiscuity?
Yes, it will.
Younger people, too young to understand what sex is.
It's been proven, not just here. Well, at least even now, even without this bill, nangyayari na eh. Because contraception is not prohibited in our country. Everybody's allowed to buy, I will tell you what. To be honest, I went through the pill. I lost 3 babies after I took that pill. And you know, I really went through an agonizing experience na what could have made my pregnancies, my miscarriage, no? And then later,
and you were able to trace your 3 miscarriages to your having taken the pill.
Because before I took the pill, I had four of my kids.
Okay. So why did you take the pill?
Well, because I was, my period was not regular.
Ah, okay.
And then a doctor said, why don't you take
Why
the
don't
pill?
you take the pill?
Yes, to regulate it, you know.
Okay.
So I did. But eventually, I would have 2 miscarriages first, and then I would have 1 baby again. And then the third one would be miscarried, no? But you know, going through the agony of the miscarriages, I think women who have this kind of experience would go through the same agony. I felt it, and for a time, my conscience was really bothering me.
What about women who are very poor, no, and who have barely, hardly anything to feed, clothe, shelter, educate their children?
This is
What do
where
these couples
education
do?
would come in. Because if we keep on just pointing to the poor and say, stop population growth, you think they will stop? You think they will go through the pill? You think they every time that their husband would have sex with them, they would say, stop. Do we have the condom? They won't. I mean, this is not the way to go. And I don't think this is going to be, in fact, what?
But would, for example, the church, the church's proposed yung ovulation method, yung billings, for example. If you teach that to a poor woman, a poor couple, no, you think they would be able to? Kasi that would require also not doing it at certain times, diba? So pwede. You're saying that that will
whatever
work.
the contraceptive method is, natural or artificial. If you still talk about the poor, let's look at realities. Will they accept any kind of contraceptive means? Especially, alam naman natin kung paano, kaya nga meron tayo yung against yung cow. Coalition against abuse against women or something. Anyway, what I'm saying is, the reality, if we will educate people properly and give them livelihoods, no? Talagang they have this has been proven in countries like Singapore. They don't have to propagate any family planning method or anything. Like in my own family, I came from a family of 11. We adopted 1 pa, so there's 12 of us. How come? I would only have 5 now. And of my 5 children, only 1 would be married. The 4 are not even thinking of marriage. They're not even thinking about sex or any of this family planning or anything like that. All I'm saying is, when you challenge somebody, no, to do something about their life, and they're free to do more than just wait or beg for things to come their way. They have so many things to interest them. And population would have a natural way of being reduced.
Okay.
In fact, alam mo, sa Singapore, right now, they're giving incentive to couples who will have more than 1 child.
Okay.
And they're even asking the retired, I was just there, no? They were asking the retired civil servants to come back kasi kulang na sila.
Okay.
Well, Singapore is a developed